back to the videos. Great day today here. It kind of feels like we're getting close to summer now. This morning done a wee bit of rehab there, just seen that. We're going to do a wee bit of pitch work now. We're going to do some change of direction, some speed work, and we're going to get into a bit of kicking and see what the rest of the day has in store. No good. So a bit of kicking and all done. Kind of started messing about at the weekend, trying to hit 45s or just kind of dead ball kicking, and it was actually better than what I have been before kicking them. I was down with my brother and he would be quite good at place kicking. As you said, just keep your eye on the ball, and it's amazing how much more difference that makes than just going and try and wheeling it. But practicing it today, and it is like one of them things. I think if I keep at it, I'll probably be. And my goal with it is try and hit a consistent 45. I'm not too far away, but it's just more like getting the confidence to plant on the left leg with the ACL. That's actually the hardest thing with it. It's not so much the kicking, it's just having the confidence to plant and put all your weight in that left leg. But it's getting there. So that was the work this morning. Tend to always do some sort of skill work now in the mornings, or else some work down to pitch, and usually it'll be kind of rehabbing. The rehab stuff does get a wee bit kind of boring because you just have to like nail down the fundamentals before you can really get into like the proper match play stuff, but it's coming on really well. But I'm always doing wee workouts like that and different skill workouts every day and trying to change it up, and then I'll do my strength work in the evening. And tonight we got some strength work. We're going to do some lower body work, so I'm going to take you through that there. I kind of changed up my training now for this next kind of 6 weeks. The previous 6 weeks of the lower body training I've been posting on Instagram, but it was more like pretty much get as much weight as you can on whatever exercise you're doing, and I just kind of started at high reps like 12, and then each week dropped it by 2, and then tested 1 rep maxes, which you would have seen last week. Now you're in a phase of training where it's going to be like focusing on like real slow eccentrics for these first 3 weeks. So you're controlling the weight on the way down the squat and then exploding up out of it. And the next 3 weeks after, I'm going to go into more isometric type of training. Just something different and something which is a wee bit more difficult than just putting on weight and banging it out. It requires a bit more control and in a lot of ways a bit more strength. So that's a session for tonight, and that's the type of training we're going for over the next wee while. Also, probably shouldn't let the cat out of the bag too early, but I'm working on something here which I'm hoping to release next week, which I think for most people that play Gaelic or train for Gaelic will be really useful. Now I don't want to give too much away, but keep an eye on my Instagram this week. I'll probably keep drip feeding bits of information about what it's going to be. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Next week, I'm hoping. So this is a session from last night. Thought I'd do a voiceover on it. Another session I'm doing, I'm trying to start off with some sort of like kind of explosive or power activity. So we're going squat jumps here, keeping the weight kind of relatively light. I think there's maybe only 40 kilo on it. And the main strength exercise in this session was Bulgarian split squats. And if you notice, everything is like 6 seconds down. Real quad dominant and hip dominant exercise. Good one kind of for my rehab, but a real nice one depending, especially if you're like lacking equipment. But the killer on this is at 6 seconds down. Really tough, but great for developing the quad and the legs in a single leg, which normally we don't do for like the main strength exercise. With all these strength exercises, then I'm pairing them with an explosive. So this explosive is like a kind of lunge jump. So I'm getting in lunge position, trying to get up as high as I can, and lunge and land in that other leg. Again, nice wee rehab one, but actually good for kind of developing power. Yeah, good way to build single leg power. And then now into the next one, which is a trap bar deadlift. And again, this had the eccentric focus on it. I'm trying to kind of hit my quads more so in this. So what I'm trying to do is try and keep the body a wee bit more upright and try and push the knees out and think about pushing through the balls of your feet. So you're kind of targeting the quads more rather than hinging back and hitting the hamstrings or glutes. Just because with my rehab, I want to focus on building the quads. But again, 6 second eccentric on this. And then the explosive we're pairing this with is a broad jump. So again, it's kind of a hip dominant movement. I'm kind of tentative on the distances I'm going out, so I'm just trying to build them each week because this kind of landing is something that I need to work on with the ACL. But again, it's just pairing up a strength and explosive. And then the accessory movements, so I've done a couple of hamstring ones, a couple of quad ones, done this hip bridge, got a nice bit of weight on it, going for sets of 6, and then paired it up with walking lunges. And then after that there we went for like a glute ham raise isometric hold that posted on my Instagram, and like a wee leg extension burnout with the bands just to kind of finish up the session. But that was pretty much it, and that was the lower body work. But those 6 second eccentrics really toast the legs, so it's worth trying. So that was the sessions and skill work for yesterday, and that's probably going to wrap up this video here. I would kind of encourage you to keep an eye on Instagram over the next week, because I have got this new thing dropping next week, which I'm excited for. I'm putting in quite a bit of work this week to get it ready, but I think it'll be very useful for you. So keep an eye on that there on Instagram, and yeah, apart from that, thanks for watching. It's much appreciated.